Hankook TV, the third DTM weekend of the season 2016. Season runs 5 and 6 at the Lausitzring. And we are taking care of the tires. And especially the big secret within it, the tire pressure. Ooh.
For sure, the wide tire pressure, if we speak about a wide pressure setup, is one of the biggest secrets which we have. On one side for the car manufacturer and on the other side also for the tire manufacturer.
The ideal tire pressure could be the decisive detail to be a sub-second faster. In a championship which is as close as the DTM, this means a lot. But the decision for a specific pressure has to be controlled and discussed again and again because many factors play a role.
If you think about it, it's a general issue, so you cannot really say that this is a wide, this is a wrong pressure. It's track related, it's also ambient conditions related, so you must say what is the wide pressure under those conditions which we actually have on track. Our first job in the morning is to take the air and track temperatures, and from those we will speak with the car engineers to find the right pressure settings for the car under those ambient conditions.
And because that is such an important figure, even inside the different Hankook teams for Audi, BMW and Mercedes, this data is not openly exchanged.
Generally, also inside of Hankook, under us engineers, we don't speak about the pressures because it's also for all of the car manufacturers, like I said, a big secret. And we are speaking only about high, medium or low pressures.
More crowded than ever, more packed than ever, the DTM paddock. And where there's so much going on, we got so much news for you.
It was a real festival of motorsport on the Lausitzring. Formula 4, Porsche Carrera Cup, GT Masters and even German Motorbike Championship IDM made sure that there was a 3 days continuous racing on the track. The fans enjoyed it and were good-humored already when the DTM drivers started their engines. At the first round in Hockenheim, an Audi team did the fastest pit stop. But at the second round on the Red Bull Ring, the MTech crew of BMW driver Bruno Spengler was the fastest. As usual, the Hankook Pit Stop Award and some beer is delivered at the next event. Congratulations and cheers! In the morning there are just a lot of tires and a lot of rims in the Hankook tent. But at the moment when the tires are allotted to the teams, the action starts. Within just 2 to 3 hours, the Hankook crew mounts 4 sets of tires for each DTM car, which means 4 by 4 by 24 equals not less than 384 tires.
In the last edition of Hankook TV, we learned to know the youngest driver of the pack, Esteban Ocon. Now we have the, sorry Matthias, the oldest driver in front of me, but also the most experienced one. How important is experience in general in a DTM field like this?
I think generally it's when it's about car development and setup work, it's always good to have good experience. Secondly, I would say in the race, to learn to read the race, which fights to do, how are the tire and the car developing over a race distance. I would say the smallest advantage would be in qualifying when everybody have empty tank, new tires and flat out. It's more the daily shape and doesn't matter if you're young or old.
When we look at you, when we watch you, when you're inside the pits, inside your garage, you're always joking around with your mechanics, your engineers. You're always looking for a good mood. How important is that the driver and the mechanics have together something like that?
For me, it's important that people learn when it's important and when you can relax, because the energy you use as a driver or as a team should be 100% during the sessions. Between the sessions, for sure, when they're working, they have to have focus, but a little less. And then we also try to have some fun, because in the end we all love our job here. Everybody are petrol heads and love motorsport, and it's a lot of smile in my garage.
When I see you smile now, how much should I bet on you becoming third-time champion end of the season?
It depends how much money you want back, but for the moment I'm 9th or 10th in the championship, but still not so many points away. Coming races I normally like, so I would bet €100 and then you will get something back.
€100, we take it for granted. Thank you very much. Matthias Ekström. To bet money on Matthias Ekström is not a good idea on this race Saturday in the sunny Lausitz. The two-time champion only 7th in the grid. Instead, Miguel Molina on pole ahead of Jamie Green, twice Ingolstadt in row 1, but this order reverses directly after the start, while Green in the orange-colored Audi is faster from the spot and takes over the lead, followed by Molina and Marco Wittmann in his BMW. The first corner on the Lausitzring very tight, but the whole field behaves distinctly disciplined. But the race doesn't stay crashless. A little further back, Mercedes driver Esteban Ocon and Martin Tomczyk touch each other. Tomczyk has to retire his car. In lap 8, Molina is fed up with riding behind and catches Green end of the start finish straight. Position change up front and also behind those two as Robert Wickens wrestles down Wittmann and from that moment on is quoted as third. Especially at the races here in the Brandenburg region, accurate steering work is needed. Some touching of the wheels is inevitable. This one from Eduardo Mortara ends without significant damage. Up front, Miguel Molina reimburses himself and crosses the finish line in first place. The second victory in his DTM campaign. Second is Green, third Wickens. This Saturday at the Euro Speedway, there's no cure against Miguel Molina. The Sunday at the Lausitzring is equally sunny, but the 67,000 spectators see other heroes on this day. Lukas Auer in his Mercedes quickest in qualifying, and when the flag drops also directly in first position, followed by Robert Wickens and Timo Glock. Two Mercedes in the lead. Yesterday's winner Miguel Molina in the back of the field and very early much too boisterous as he clears away Augusto Farfus quite heavily and gets a well-deserved drive-through penalty. Then it's time to grab new Hankook slicks. Auer is one of the first who changes tires and still occupies the lead after the obligatory pit stops. Behind him, the duels take fire. First in a fight between ex-brandmates, it's Jamie Green who fights down Gary Paffett, who a little later also falls a victim to Matthias Ekström. The Swedes are fastest in the second half of the race. Consecutively, he overtakes first Green and finally gives Wickens no chance. Nevertheless, it's the guys from Stuttgart to be triumphant, and especially Lukas Auer. For the first time ever, an Austrian crosses a DTM finish line first, his debut win granting his Team Mücke an unforgettable Sunday. That's how a completely sodden race winner looks like. In the championship, Robert Wickens greets from top, ahead of Marco Wittmann and Matthias Ekström. Sad but true, but that's about it. From the Motorsport Festival at the Lausitzring, the DTM knows its winners, and we know that we will continue in 3 weeks' time at the Norrisring. Will be also extra special. See you there.